The two ordinary hosts of this podcast are not professionals on parapsychology, extraterrestrials, cryptozoology, nor would they describe themselves as religious or prone to superstition. They'd also like to make it known that this show is not intended for children or those with sensitive sensibilities. Please listen at your own discretion. And remember, the truth is often anecdotal.
Hello, listeners. I am Mr. R.
And I'm Mr. X.
A paranormal dude.
Reading paranormal stories. Now, Mr. R, our listeners probably don't know this right off the bat, but we're recording this on Monday the 11th, which means yesterday was Mother's Day. And I know that your mom has passed on. It's been a little while since then, right? And I think I've asked this before, but you've never got any messages from beyond the grave from her?
No, not once.
No. And have you ever attempted to reach her from beyond the grave?
No, I'm pretty sure the only thing I've ever spoken aloud to my deceased mom was whenever the crematorium basically said no to my brother and I's request to obtain her fake knees. She had her knees replaced in life, and we were like, "Hey, that metal doesn't melt, so like, can we have them?" And they were like, "No." So
Why not?
I cursed her aloud. I wanted those knees. I don't know. I think it's a medical thing, actually.
I mean, I would imagine those temperatures would disinfect whatever, you know.
They could. No. I mean, I think they have to like actually recycle
or something.
Them.
Yeah. Okay, so you've never held a séance or anything like that?
No, I've never done a Ouija board. Never held a séance. I've never even lit sage.
Oh man. Well, that's today's theme is séances, which you would think there would be more stories available for that, but when I looked up séance, I didn't get a whole lot. Even when I added séance stories, so I was able to find 2 stories that had quite a few comments on it. So we'll just I imagine we can stretch it out to about 45 minutes to an hour.
Oh, so, sure.
I have never attempted to speak to ghosts or anything like that. Never been interested in it. But let's see what some of these people thought of their experiences. This first one here is from the Paranormal Encounters subreddit. It's simply titled, I've been haunted most of my life. It was posted 3 years ago. And it goes as such. Before I was born, that's another thing. I tried to find stories that included both moms and seances. So.
Oh, I see. How fitting.
Yeah. Before I was born, my mom was really into seances and playing with Ouija boards, and it led to a lot of weird things happening in my grandparents' house. She was young when she had me, and I did end up living there on and off with her growing up. But after we did move in to my grandparents, I started seeing shadow people in there, would see the attic hover open. What? And we could hear talking and knocking on the doors and our doorbell going off like someone was standing there pushing the button over and over and so on. Through my life since being there, I have had experiences that have been witnessed by others. Okay, I wonder if we'll get any proof of that. I doubt it. And when big life events or traumas happen, that is usually when myself and the people around me start to experience poltergeist activity, for example. Mm-hmm. Pictures shifting on the walls, clothes or cups moving, cupboards opening, stove turning on, things getting knocked off the counter, things disappearing and show up in odd places, such as remote on top of the door, etc. When my husband and I had an argument, he has had a disembodied voice shout in his ear. I have cold spots, especially on my person, and it's like someone's touching me or playing with my hair. Sometimes photos have orbs or I have no eyes while everyone else in the picture does. It's been attached to me for so long, and I think I was in denial and thinking I had some off luck, always finding a haunted house. But it's me. I've tried a few different things to cleanse myself and my space, but it seems no good, as though it's sewn itself into me. There's always a shadow and a white mist hanging out in my basement. Okay, it's freaking out my children and my husband, though I'm used to it. Any suggestions? Okay.
Oh,
hey,
boy.
at least whatever these things are, it's on your side, right? It's yelling at your husband and not you. It could not like you. Could be doing some shit to you. But,
yeah.
No, it's picking on the people around you. So it sounds more like a guardian angel to me. Although I will say the comments definitely don't lean in that direction. I don't even know if I can say this first comment.
No, I mean, I guess
it's not even the word, but like it's still so dicey.
To have a nickname for the N-word is so like it seems almost worse.
Yeah. So this first comment is just Jesus, my, and at first I thought it was simply saying like, holy shit, man, something along those lines.
Do you think it's a suggestion?
It's a suggestion. It's definitely a suggestion because as we get into these other comments, you'll see that it's a theme among them.
Okay.
Okay. What are your thoughts to start out here?
So all this started because her mom was into Ouija boards?
I guess so. Her mom wanted to talk to something on the other side, and something attached itself. Didn't we? What? We did a Ouija board episode, right? Wasn't that like a common thing? Was that people were like, something can attach itself to you?
Right. So as long as while you're using a Ouija board, the safest thing you could do is to remember to close the gate, so to speak.
Oh, right. You got to turn it off.
You have to say goodbye. You have to dismiss whatever you're talking to, because if you don't, it can stick around. And obviously, what I'm going to call it possession, but that's not necessarily always the case. But as I guess what I'm going to call the Ouija board lore goes, the spirit board. If you do not dismiss your subject, then it will latch itself on to you.
Yeah. Her mom, what is a she? I'm guessing.
That's what I'm guessing. I don't know that.
Yeah. Unless they're gay and adopted, but you never know.
Well,
it sounds like their mom was a pretty dumb kid. I'm guessing when they said they had me young, it was pretty young. But okay, I am curious what a white mist, like a continuous white mist in your basement,
a continuous white. Wait. There's always a shadow and a white mist hanging out in my basement, which makes it sound like they're smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
Waiting for a pizza to be delivered.
They're just chilling out, and they're like waiting for bedtime. They're like, "Kids in bed? All right, let's
just set them down.
There.
Put the kids down for bed."
I saw a TikTok of a basement in Boston, and it was specifically this person being like, after watching all the Conjuring movies, I'm always a little on edge going to do my laundry, and this person walks down like 4 to 5 flights of stairs, deeper and deeper underground in a super narrow stairwell through like narrow little hallways. And then there's like a creepy basement, and then they keep going. And the washer and dryer are all the way at the back, all the way at the bottom of their house. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, that's even creepier than the stuff they have in the freaking Conjuring movies. Okay, well let's move on to the next comment we have here, which is pretty damn long. So let's see what they have to say. Definitely something demonic. I'm sorry, let me try it again. Definitely something demonic. These things hate humanity. They mean nothing but harm and go about it in all kinds of ways. I will say none of the stuff this OP mentioned sound harmful. Sounded more like a prankster, right?
Right.
Like something just messing with that. I mean, putting the remote on top of the door.
That's pretty silly. That's not where most people would put it.
They also have kids. Their kids could be doing this stuff too, just messing with their parents. But
right. I mean, firm opinion. Don't have kids. Stop eating pork rinds.
Stop eating pork rinds. And don't mess with, or at least remember to say goodbye when you're messing with a Ouija board.
Yes. I mean, with anything. When you're talking to anything, always remember to say goodbye.
Sure, unless you're at a party and you can just Irish goodbye.
Irish goodbyes are fine. That's okay.
Because then you're like, you're going around the whole party like, hey, have you seen John? No? Have you seen John? No? In the kitchen? Okay. Go to the kitchen. No, not in the kitchen. All right. Have you seen John? No? Okay. You might as well just leave. You don't have to say bye to John. You could text John and be like, hey, had a great time, went home. I think John would be fine.
Because we're talking about it, what if you Irish goodbye to party, you forgot to say goodbye, you forgot to close the conversation with everyone there, and then you woke up with one of the party members in your house, and they're like, you never said goodbye, so I thought you were just taking the party to your place.
Oh, you know what? That's a good... That leads me to a question. So if it'll attach itself to you if you don't say goodbye, right? On the Ouija board. What if you just say bye later?
Mm-hmm. Well, you have to say it via the board.
Yeah, but then... I mean, I guess that's a hang up there, but like, I don't know. Why can't you just be like, hey, man, I'm sorry. That was rude to me, but it's time to get going. So I'll see you later, man. Bye.
Hey,
that's not going to work.
Sorry about that. I lost signal.
Yeah, it was actually an emergency and I just had to go.
I had to step out real quick.
Okay. Let's see. Continuing this comment, they'll pose as guides or friends, act benign or jokestery, but don't let them trick you into letting them hang around. It sounds like this thing's been around their entire life, so... Right.
When's the better time to strike?
Yeah. You're going to wait till they're on their deathbed and they're like...
now I'll get him!
This person continues, I've experienced demonic activity in which my fight or flight response wasn't triggered, so I didn't do anything about it at first. It made me feel comfortable with it, or at least not afraid enough to ask for help. Okay.
That's exactly how I feel around cell phone service providers you see in like Walmarts and stuff.
Well, the people
they'll
have
come
to
up and
ask,
like look in your basket and they're just like, oh, you buying some ham? And I'm like, yeah, I love Forest Ham. What are you up to? And it's like, well, I was actually curious what phone service provider that you're currently using. And anyway.
The trick with that is you just look at the logo on their shirt and say, oh, it's actually you guys.
Well, yeah, they'll be like, oh, how long have you been with us? I'm like, then I have to just keep up the lie.
I've literally, it's always been like, oh, it's actually you guys. And they're like, oh, yeah, well, how you liking it? I'm like, it's all right, man. Have a good one. I just keep walking. So. Most of the time it is. Most of the time, because I'm not going to give them free advertising, but most of the time it's my provider that comes up to me and they're like, hey, who do you got? I'm like, you. So, man, I'm skimming through this next paragraph and there's several fucking Bible verses, but that is a theme on this post. So I'm just going to power through it. I don't know your belief system, but I promise you that these things are terrified of Jesus. In the scripture, he casts them out almost casually. Okay. Then his followers do the same until they come across a particularly powerful demon that scares the crap out of them. Then later ask Jesus why they couldn't cast it out. Jesus tells them that it is by lack of faith. Matthew 17:14-20. Then in another passage, he tells them that this kind can only be cast out by prayer. Mark 9:29. Okay, so what were they doing before? Just being like, hey, fuck off.
Yeah.
Fuck off. My buddy Jesus says,
like
get
a bear.
the fuck out of here. It's like, hey.
Wave their hands up in the air.
Yeah, they're being big and loud.
They have to get big.
Then there were the sons of Sceva in Acts 19. We learn from them that we can scream.
Oh no! Oh no! There's no way we did that.
Oh, listen, I promise I didn't read ahead to that. Oh, God. We can scream at the demons in Jesus' name and still be laughed at and thrown around by them like a bear.
Just like a bear. Hey, we consider that maybe these are bears.
Yeah. Oh my God. I say all this to explain why so many things don't work when dealing with demonic entities. Burning sage, sprinkling holy water, all these hoops to jump through. And suppose experts, mediums, and the like often make these things worse by coming in and antagonizing something they don't understand at all. With the priest? Wait, is that what they said? Medium... Supposed experts, mediums, and things of the like. Okay, so I'm guessing they mean you need a priest, otherwise it won't work.
Right.
All it takes is a mustard seed grain of faith in Christ.
Hold on. Read that again.
All it takes is a mustard seed size grain of faith in Christ.
Okay.
Apparently,
how
that's a
big
big
is
thing.
A mustard seed?
Okay. So in the Bible, it claims that a mustard seed is the smallest seed, but that's not true. There's smaller seeds, but it is just a common thing with Christians. Yeah. And prayer to kick any demons to the curb. It won't look like what we see in the movies. It's much more subtle and strange. You don't need a fancy priest, or dramatic flair. You just need to believe. After all, the demons believe in Jesus and shudder. Okay? Okay, so you don't need a priest. You just need to believe in Jesus, I guess. Okay, but what denomination? You know? Right.
Well, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say something and it might come off as controversial. If God or Jesus exists, I don't think they care. Right? Like in the Ten Commandments, they make a huge deal about being the only ones, right? Like I am the true God, the one. Don't worship false idols, and also don't make any. You know, that's like that comes before don't murder. So like it's very important, right? Yeah. It's a very important rule. So if you were to be like, well, I believe in the Jesus that protects the Baptists, or like I don't think it matters to them. Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's hard for me to believe. I don't even know how to word it. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Like, it's just strange to me that people will truly believe something and then truly believe that their belief is the only belief that matters and is the only belief that is true, that's right. Everyone else is wrong, right? And then if someone else has an issue like this, it's only through their belief that they can, even though this person starts it with, I don't know what your belief system is. Mm-hmm. And then they say that with the idea that, hey, this person might not believe in Jesus, or they might be a different religion, or they might come from a completely different society that doesn't even recognize Western religions or whatever, right? But then they end it with, you have to actually believe in order to fix your problem. You gotta believe in my thing. So, I mean, the next comment under that is literally this person saying, holy shit, I wasn't expecting this response. OP, you need to seriously read this comment here and nothing else. He's absolutely right. I've experienced and studied these things. God damn it. I've experienced and studied these entities after having my own experiences. You have a powerful demon attached to you. Burning sage and having positive thoughts isn't going to do a thing. These things attack your spirit, your soul. They corrupt your mind and body. Whatever mystic shit you believe in is supposed to help. It's just a temporary pacifier. What? It's just a temporary pacifier. You need to seek a higher power. Like two chicks at the same time.
Yeah. I do like the idea of a temporary pacifier as opposed to a permanent pacifier.
Yeah, because kids famously stick to their pacifiers for the rest of their life, right?
Yep. Everyone just gets one, and they're born and die with it.
Yeah. I'm going to try not to read this whole next comment, but I thought it was funny that they also mentioned the mustard seed. It's shocking how small a mustard seed is and how small my faith was, but has somehow managed to stick with me all my life. But I know for a fact it saved me from these garbage entities at least once.
You know what's weird is like I don't remember reading anything about mustard seeds when I went to like youth groups and stuff like that growing up.
Me either, right? But I've been listening to a lot. I've been listening to podcasts, and I've actually been watching a lot of like TikTok videos and Instagram reels of people making fun of Christian movies. And apparently it comes up a lot in these Christian movies. And I think it might be more of I'm pretty sure it's present in the Bible, but I think it might be more of a right wing kind of thing, like something that they adopted for their special brand of Christianity.
Their Christianity.
Yeah. Let's see. Someone else here says, you need to show them who is boss, not stay jaded to their presence. Okay.
Yep. You need to show them who's boss. You really need to crack that whip. You gotta put your big foot forward. Is that the phrase?
Fuck. Let's see. Next person here says, go to church and get a priest involved. Sounds like a possible case of demonic activity, so it's possible an exorcism could help. It doesn't sound that bad to me, guys. I don't know.
Yeah, like it feels like if anything were going to happen, and it's not like the original poster is like inviting it anywhere, right?
Yeah. I mean, they do say that it's possibly them bringing this energy everywhere they go. Maybe you're just toxic, you know?
Yeah. Have we considered that maybe you're the problem? That you're putting remotes on top of doors?
Yeah. Have you looked inward? Do you know if you're sleepwalking?
Ooh,
that could explain
Have
that.
you been eating pork rinds?
It's going to keep coming back to the pork rinds.
It's going to have to.
Fuck. Well, see, the OP does respond to that and says, I think I will have to. I have made many approaches to cleanse and pray regularly, but when I made approaches to make it leave, it either stays quiet or it hides things, then it comes back strong. Okay. I can feel that it loves me. Oh, okay. But in a very possessive way that doesn't feel right. I always feel watched, and I'm not sure if it's a single presence. Okay, I always feel watched, and I'm not sure if it's a single presence. I've developed an apathetic behavior towards this, but that's because it's been so long, and the holy water and the healers and the sage hasn't dented this attachment. What? And
hasn't dented this attachment?
Okay, it hasn't done anything. Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was. Okay, let's see if someone else has something other than church. I can relate very well. My mom also did a lot of that, as she claims to be a devil worshiper. That's right. I forgot about this one. When I was 17, I was tormented by what was going on in my home, that I ran to Christianity. Okay, this is very satanic panic kind of shit. Mm-hmm. Shortly after, something came over me, and it felt as though even my own thoughts were not my own, which were, I'm just going to say, negative, to say the least. My sad has this friend. What? What does that mean?
Maybe they misspelled dad.
Okay, yeah, my dad has this friend who's very strong with God, but she invited me to a prayer meeting where 3 demonic entities, holy shit, 3 demonic entities were cast from me. Okay. They were not inside of me, but latched on. Okay. This is also Christianity. So, let's see. A few years later, a cousin and I started a project where we investigated where exactly everything demonic began. Oh, they should get with Gisette 22.
Yeah.
Now I am no longer tormented by this, and the doors do open once in a while, and I just study sermons on my own, in private, and fill my home with presence of God, and everything gets better from there. Every day, I keep trying. I tried to keep learning in hopes of helping another. You're boring me. All right. A lot of Christians on this, huh? A lot of people trying to convert others.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the thing.
Yeah, I guess so.
The Crusades were a big deal.
Oh, yeah.
We have, I just want to read this comment.
Sure.
It comes off as a list, so just keep that in mind.
Okay.
First and foremost, do your best to control your fear responses. Fear gets in the way of clear thinking, and there's a huge bunch of anecdotal evidence that negative entities thrive on creating fear. I know it's easier said than done, but do try. Secondly, if in any way you feel threatened, imagine yourself surrounded by a blue bubble, a protective blue force field around yourself. It is important that it's blue. Feel free to also invoke your religion or your spirit guides, or if you're more atheistic, invoke your ancestors, such as by saying aloud, quote, "Ancestors watch over and protect me." These are classic, simple steps that can help you feel and become safe. Lastly, if you want to remove these experiences more, you should ask a clergy person to assist you. If you don't want to remove them, you can actually learn to control your experiences and understand them. That choice is yours. And I can only suggest books to help you if you choose to pursue these gifts.
No responses.
There are no responses. Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay.
It is important that the bubble is blue.
Everybody listening to this podcast, we're going to do this, and I want you guys to join in on us. Let's just reach out to our ancestors. And
okay, here we go.
Wait, hold on, 1 second. Cowboy's trying to get something out of my boot, and he's making a lot of noise. Give me 1 second. What's in there?
Dun, dun. It's a cowboy getting something out of a boot. It's a cowboy getting something out of a boot. He's a cowboy, and he knows boots, and there's something that doesn't belong.
Fuck. Okay, I guess he found a magnet from somewhere and just put it in my boot. He's trying to get
a
it
magnet.
Out. Yeah, it's like sticky strips that you put onto something to stick on.
Oh, so you're familiar with this magnet?
No, I have no idea where it came from.
Oh!
What are you? God damn it! Hold on.
It's still going. There's a magnet in my boot. I tell you what, that's the last time I put magnets in my shoe.
I think he was trying to pick it up, and then it slid under the other boot, and then he was trying to move the boot. So. Okay,
it's an old gold mining trick where you put magnets in your shoes, so when you walk through the creek, you pick up all the gold. Is gold magnetic?
Magnetic, I was about to ask.
Okay, no, pure gold is not magnetic. Shit, that's why I never found any.
I think so. Okay, let's reach out to our ancestors. We're just going to say verbatim what this person wrote and say, "Ancestors, watch over and protect me."
Ancestors, watch over and protect me.
I don't even know any of my fucking ancestors, man.
I don't even know one half of my family.
Yeah, no, I mean, same. I know one grandparent out of all of them, and nothing about my family history at all. So
yeah.
Hopefully there's no Nazis in there.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be many Nazis in the Puerto Rican side of your family.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, my whole family's Puerto Rican. Both my parents are, so. Although I think one of my grandparents might be from Spain. I don't know. I have no idea. But
according to Ancestry.com, I'm mostly Scots-Irish. So I think as far as Nazis go, I think we're okay.
I don't know. One of the royal family was a Nazi, literally during World War II. So,
oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, I was Jewish for a little bit of my life. So, does that count?
Yeah.
Does that count against it? Is that a good? Is that a good fight?
This is probably a good indicator that at least one half of your family wasn't Nazis. Okay, I'm doing one more comment on here, and then we'll move on to the next story. Okay, well, I'll do this one. A few things you said made me think of something. Hear me out. Have you ever considered that you or someone around you has PK, psychokinetic abilities?
Oh.
PK abilities often manifest in ways you just described, okay? Most poltergeist activity is typically caused by those with PK abilities. It's not what we think of, the idea of reading minds and such. It's created by a massive buildup of unresolved emotional energy caused by trauma. Okay, that was another thing I was going to say. The OP specifically said that this usually acts up around traumatic when they experience trauma and stuff. Mm-hmm. Could be just something like psychological, right? Like you're
easily
inventing this stuff because you're stressed.
Yeah.
Okay, it comes from a massive buildup of unresolved emotional energy caused by trauma in someone who has increased kinetic sensitivity. Unchecked, it can cause a lot of what you just described. Moving objects, heightened activity when tensions are high. PK activity can actually create entities that are separate from the person. They aren't inherently bad or evil. Mm-hmm. It's created almost like a form of protection. It's not controlled or emotional spiritual healing. It's not controlled or emotional / spiritual healing. Isn't cultivated. Okay. Isn't cultivated. Activity could get worse. Okay. If your emotional and spiritual healing isn't cultivated, the activity could get worse. There's no blame or shame involved. This is something that just happens to some of us with intense stories. I suggest finding a Reiki healer or a medium that you trust and ask for a reading. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. I wasn't sure if it was this post or the next post. I'm pretty sure somewhere in one of these comments we didn't read, the OP specifies that they grew up Catholic. So I don't know how helpful that advice is, but the OP does respond and says, my family is unique and it's generational, but it's more it says revere, but I think they mean deja vu. Never heard of this, to be honest. Okay. That commenter continues, it's not as well known, but it's a phenomena that happens. I went on my own journey of sorts when something similar happened to me. I'm willing to share more if it's interesting to you.
Mr. X, have you ever tried to move something with your mind?
Probably as a kid. I might have.
I guess it's a pretty universal thing to have at least tried it, after watching like Matilda or.
Yeah.
Like,
You watch cartoons where the protagonist is like I guess it was The Matrix that I watched, where they give him the spoon and he can bend it, right? And I was
exactly.
Am I the one? No, I'm not.
I don't know if this poster is suggesting that psychokinetic abilities are inherent to people who have I guess a sensitivity to it, or if you can grow it out of trauma.
Well, I mean, this person here, this last comment that we're going to get into here says, that would be me. When I get stressed, light bulbs pop, pictures shift, books fall off shelves, etc. There have been things around me my whole life. To me, it's just normal. It took a long time to realize that I was a factor as well. I met someone that mentioned demonic entities, especially will try to attach to someone like you because you can use that and do not give them an opening. Okay, we just went straight back to demons with that.
We got to get you some medication, I think.
Yeah. There's or at least get you off of whatever medication you're on, man.
Oh, sure. One or the other.
Yeah. But okay, we're about almost 40 minutes in. Holy shit. Okay, let's take an ad break and then we'll move on to our second and last story.
Okay. Wow, I love that ad. Whatever ad that was, great stuff.
That one by that company that's probably local to you, although I get some pretty big brand ones.
Is there a way to choose what ads we get? I don't know how that works.
No,
Does RSS allow us to pick?
No, when it allows us to to pick things we don't want advertised, like politics and stuff like that. But no, it's just I think it's a third party company that advertises.
It would be cool if we could I have two things. It would be cool if we could cater our ads to each episode, like if we're talking about like in this, if we're talking about seances and stuff, if we could somehow
Hasbro.
get an ad for Ouija boards.
Yeah. Hey, you never know. It could happen. Okay, I posted the second story, so let's.
Okay.
I'll let you read this one, and just a fair warning, I did not actually read it. I just went right off of the title. So.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So this was posted in Paranormal as of 5 years ago. Sorry, r/paranormal as of 5 years ago. The title is Seance Gone Wrong. It has a flare here. It just says poltergeist, which, yeah, I'd say something went wrong. I have a bunch of stories. Actually, I'm going to start this over. I have a bunch of stories, but I figured I'd start with this one, since it's one of my most interesting ones. When I, female, was 12 years old, my twin and I were super into ghosts and would watch ghost shows on TV all the time. One that we watched would do a segment where they take a cup, turn it so it was bottom up. Everyone in the circle would put their finger on it. They called this a seance, and they would ask yes or no questions, and the cup moved. And if the cup moved, that was supposed to mean a yes. So obviously, my siblings and I had to try this.
Wait, hold
day.
On.
What?
So what? So the cup didn't move? That was a no? Either way, you're talking to a ghost?
Yeah, but it has to be yes or no questions for sure.
Yeah, what if all the answers are no, though? You'll never know if you talk to a ghost.
Like, I guess the first question has to be, are you there? Right?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess, sure. Sure, why not?
I guess it would have to be. So, obviously my siblings and I had to try this. One summer day while our parents were gone, my twin, thank you for specifying also 12. You just said your twin. My
At the
twin,
time, they were 12.
Female 12, and stepbro, male 10, dragged the coffee these are weird names. Dragged the coffee table into our bedroom and closed the door. Wait, my twin and stepbro dragged the coffee table into our bedroom. Oh, so okay, sorry. Okay, got it. We had the cup. All put our pointer fingers on the cup and started asking if anything was there. Oh, look at that.
Okay.
At first, we could tell stepbro was messing with us and trying to move it without us noticing. So we told him if he wasn't going to take it seriously, to just leave. My twin and I stay seated, and stepbro goes to leave. But right as his hand touched the door handle, the cup started moving in a clockwise fashion, sort of slowly. Of course, I am not moving it. I ask my twin if she's moving it, and she says no, and she's not a liar, and is looking a little worried. Stepbro is watching from the door, and the cup starts moving a bit faster. I take my finger off the cup and go towards stepbro. What? Give these people names, folks. Okay. Watching in horror as the cup continues to move faster and bless my twin because she held on for a bit longer, but eventually the cup was moving so fast. And wait, so fast her hand wouldn't stay on it even if she had wanted it to be there. The three of us run screaming out of the room. The cup is still moving and no one is touching it anymore. I have no explanation for what happened that day. All of us ran screaming from that room, and the cup eventually ended up on the floor. Honestly, I have no idea if it flew on the floor or if it flew. Oh, I'm stupid. I'm going to try this all over. Honestly, I have no idea if it flew off or what because I was gone. Still, one of the most bizarre things I ever experienced.
Okay. Physics is a thing. If you're holding on to like a cup with your pointer finger and then you take off running. See, I literally just did it with a thing on my desk. It fell over. Yeah. And if it was
you're haunted. So.
If it was a hardwood floor, it probably would have kept moving.
Probably. See, back in my day, and call me old fashioned, back in my day, all my friends were playing flip cup. Beer pong. You got to turn those cups over.
Yeah, well, flip cup is, right? You start in one.
I guess flip cup does begin with the cups upside down. You're right.
And you do only use one finger, so.
Okay, I'm going to be real honest here. I've never drank before, so I actually don't know how these games are played.
I only know from movies and TV shows. I've played beer pong before, I guess, but I don't know. I mean, you don't have to drink it.
It's true. I haven't considered that. What if I was just good at it? What if I'm the best beer pong player and I've never found out?
Could be. Hey, I've only ever played it twice. I'm not a big drinker either. I don't like beer, so I'm not going to drink the beer regardless.
Playing on hardcore mode, we only play with gin. Full cups.
Yeah, you got to drink that whole cup every time.
Whole Dixie
every
cup
time they
of
make
gin.
it in. I'm 2 for 2. I won both times.
Oh, so, really?
Yep.
Okay, well, as long as you never play again, you're a 100% player.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. This person, they're real protective of their twin. Their twin's not a liar. Bless their twin because they were trying to hold on to that cup for dear life.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing. If you want a cup to stop moving, grab it. Grab a hold of the cup. Pick it up. Throw it.
Yeah. Did you pick it up? Did you pick it up off the floor? And did it like swing you around the room like, you know? If not, then you don't actually know if it was haunted. Your twin could have been fucking with you.
Yeah. Gonna go ahead and say it. Kids are really, I don't want to even say good at lying, but they lie.
Yeah.
What if she got caught up in the moment, right? You know what I mean? Like,
what if your twin was never into ghost shit, right?
What if you didn't have a twin?
Oh yeah. What if the twin is the ghost?
The twin was the ghost the whole time.
We solved it. Don't even have to read the comments.
That's why you're older. That's why your stepbro ran away, because when you let go of the cup, it was moving on its own.
Because whenever you were like, you turn to your left and start talking to nothing, he was like, oh my God, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, my sister's a fucking weirdo. I gotta get out of here.
All right, let's see what these comments have to say.
Okay, let's see. Comment number 1. I like the idea of a friendly ghost thinking, quote, it's dangerous to play games like this. I could be crazy or evil. These kids need to learn stranger equals danger, unquote. And then moved the cup like crazy so the kids never tried it again and took the cup for good measure.
Oh, he took the cup, huh?
Oh, it's gone. Yeah.
I guess she never went back into the room to verify. She just she moved out that day at 12 and never looked back.
OP responds and says, that's a good way to look at it. But things kind of picked up at the next house we moved into. Parentheses, this incident happened in an apartment we were living in. We were living in Arizona at the time, and we moved to Nevada a month or so after this incident. The activity in that house was terrifying, and we ended up cleansing it with sage, because it got to the point that my stepmom thought someone was up in our attic. Parentheses, we had a neighbor come over with a gun to check just in case.
They're like, hey, I'm making up a lot of names today. Hey, Darius, you got a gun, right?
Yeah, I got a gun.
Yeah, you come check my attic with it?
Absolutely. And then he comes into the living room and just starts shooting upward.
Bang, bang.
Bang, 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 bang.
Well, didn't hear a thud, so I guess not.
My work here is done. And if you didn't have a ghost before, you do now.
That's him blowing on the barrel.
See, yeah. Pretty good, yeah. The original commenter says, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make light of your story. I thought it happened by itself and was just something strange that happened to you one time. Did the cleansing help? I hope all is peaceful for you now. There are 10 more replies, by the way.
Yeah, this is a whole thread. But what if, did you even need to respond to that comment? You could have just been like, wow, that's crazy. Instead, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, geez, I didn't expect you to actually reply to this.
I didn't know your mom died of cancer. That's on me. I shouldn't have been making cancer jokes. what the fuck? This literally, this interaction means nothing. Just move on with your life.
There's a comment on here that says, so was that supposed to be a yes or a no? Don't leave me hanging in midair, which hanging in midair, not the phrase.
I think it's a joke about the cup.
Oh, I see. Well, I mean, well, it was clearly a yes. If the cup moves, it's a yes. They explain this in the story.
It was an emphatic yes. He was like, yes, I'm here. Finally, someone I can talk to. Like, get me the fuck out of here. Like, get me back into the real world.
Yeah.
This is Matthew McConaughey in Interstellar when he couldn't reach his daughter. Instead, he's just in some random apartment in Arizona.
Is this the second episode we've mentioned that in a row?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, probably not in a row, but we mentioned it before.
Gotcha. Let's see. There's some responses to that. I don't know if I care about reading them. Here we go. My aunt, my cousins, and I were super into the Ouija board, so almost every Saturday afternoon we would play. We used to, quote, call relatives or famous people. One day, my cousin called Marilyn Monroe, and when he started asking questions like, were you killed or committed suicide? The thingy where you put it called a planchette.
Yeah,
the thingy where you put the finger started to move very slowly and then super fast, so much so that my aunt had to lift her finger. All of us ran out of the room, and my aunt stayed there alone trying to, quote, calm down the spirit. Then she told my cousin, her son, to stop asking stupid questions. The spirit left, but we were all in shock. But what did it say?
Yeah. Did you even read what it was writing out? Oh. Can you imagine being a ghost and it's like, well, I'm not fucking Marilyn Monroe, but here's my shot to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Nah, N-O-T-M. Oh, wow, why are you guys running?
Oh, where are they going? I should go faster.
Let me go a little faster. M-A-R. Yeah.
W-H-Y. I could have just put Y.
I could have just said no and kept the conversation going.
Shit!
There's a no option here.
Why would Marilyn Manson's ghost be? Fuck, they're gone.
Well, it's Marilyn Monroe, but yeah, why would Marilyn Monroe's ghost be?
What did I say? Did I say
your
Manson?
Apartment? Yeah, you said Manson. You're killing him off, man. You
Yeah,
can't
he's
be
not
one of
even
those
dead.
podcasts that like kills somebody because we mentioned them.
I can
Wait a
think of
minute.
worse people to kill off a podcast.
We could be.
Ooh.
We could start that trend. We could make this podcast the Death Note, or yeah, that's the show, right? Death Note.
Yeah, Death Note. You got it.
Yeah.
I've never seen it, but I'm sure you're right.
Yeah. Okay. Another comment here says Ouija boards are notorious for attracting the negative. Try not to use them, even as a joke.
Even as a joke.
Hey, bud, you must be fun at parties, huh?
A blast. Yeah, people pull out Monopoly and it's just like, capitalism is actually in the most dangerous stage currently, and I think that
The late stage, some say. Yeah.
I didn't have a punchline for that. I'm glad you got. Yeah.
It's on his deathbed. Pretty soon you can use a Ouija board to talk to it, I guess. I don't know.
Jeff Bezos actually just introduced a camp for his homeless employees.
Yeah.
Did you read about that?
No, but that's been a kind of a thing for a little while, that they hire like seasonal workers that live out of vans and stuff.
That's absurd. So
Yeah. Capitalism.
yeah. So I speaking of capitalism, I have an item for you.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Me?
It isn't on theme because I
You didn't
peeked
know
behind the
theme.
veil. Mr. X didn't tell me the theme. This was all a surprise for me. But yeah, I have an item here on Etsy. We're not doing eBay this time. We're doing Etsy. All I did was go to Etsy and I typed in. I think I just typed in paranormal or haunted. I can't remember what I actually wrote. But this was the most interesting thing I could find.
Okay.
Go ahead and explain what you see.
Okay. Well, before I get into explaining this, I will say I tried to type in seance into eBay to see if I could find something. It's just a bunch of fucking Ouija boards. The first one that popped up was priced at $666.66, which, hey, no one's going to pay that for your fucking Ouija board. You could have also just made it $6.66, which makes
That
more
would have been
sense.
just as good.
Yeah. Okay, so what I'm looking at here, it's a ring of keys, like some old keys. Like if you picture a keyhole, an old timey keyhole, these would be the kind of keys that go in there. The ends that go around the ring have different shapes. One's a heart. Most of them are just kind of little spirals, I guess. And they look pretty old. They're pretty rusted. And it's titled here, Great Danger, Haunted Item, The 7 Keys of Cindergate. Okay, how did this Etsy seller get their hands on this? Okay. It's priced at $307.55, and it's low in stock, only one left. Wait, are you selling the keys individually? Is there only one key left?
No, there's no way they're selling them individually.
Okay.
I think in truth they only had one of these. So.
Wow, the layout of Etsy is a lot like eBay. If I didn't know what website this was, I would have thought it was eBay.
Okay, so I do want to read to you the description of this.
Here it is.
Yeah, just to really get you in the mood for it. Just to clarify, the item details as far as highlights go is these are vintage from the 1930s specifically, and the materials are iron, and that's all it says. But here's some. It's under item details, but it is a story. So it begins thusly. Really, close your eyes and just kind of settle in for this.
Unless you're scared, then keep one eye.
Yeah, then open your eyes and turn on a light.
Yeah.
In the soot-stained cellar of an abandoned monastery, perched atop the mountains, once laid a key set, wrapped in chains of tarnished silver, sealed within a lead casket. Each key is wrought of blackened iron, etched with symbols too ancient for scripture, too unholy for prayer. There are 7 in total, each with a sigil of ruin, a whisper of flame, and a promise of despair. They are the keys of Cindergate, forged in a forgotten age when men dabbled in the dominions of hell, not to banish it. Wait,
okay.
When men dabbled in the dominions of hell, not to banish it, but to bargain with it. Each key opens a door, 7 doors, each descending deeper into realms unspeakable. Behind the first, the Garden of Weeping Angels. Behind the second, the Library of Screams. By the 7th, even language fails, for pain there is not spoken, but lived. Once there were unwise sorcerers that sought to test their strength. One of them unlocked 6 of the 7 doors, believing himself immune to the costs. The land around him burned black. His name was scratched from the memories of men. None recall what he saw behind the 6th door, only that he vanished before opening the 7th. Since then, the keys have been left to rust, their metal flaking like dried blood. And so it must remain. For centuries they have slumbered, longing not for a wielder, but for a warden. One of steady heart and incorruptible will, who might guard them in silence, keeping temptation at bay. The keys call not with words, but with dreams, offering visions of infernal power to those weak enough to listen. These keys require a strong soul that will keep them safe, away from prying eyes and those that wish to abuse them. The rust on these keys is sacred. Let it deepen. Let no fool polish it clean, for in unlocking hell, one does not merely open doors, but invites what lies behind them to walk free. The true strength lies not in holding the keys, but in resisting them. Returns and exchanges accepted within 14 days.
Okay, so this is supposed to encourage somebody to buy this? Also, how can it have been laying dormant for centuries if it's from the 1930s?
It's, from the 1930s.
It's not even 1 century.
No. though there were a few things that I found wrong with this. I do like this little lore that they've built.
Yeah.
But these are just some old keys, folks.
Yeah. I mean, hey, when we were in Germany, my partner asked her nephews what they wanted her to bring back from Germany, and her niece and nephew. But her nephew said something old. So we tried to find an antique store, which there's not a whole lot of them over there. And the oldest thing we could find was a key. It was an iron key. So we were like, all right, we'll grab this and we'll get him this cool little car that's probably from like the 50s or something. And that's pretty old to a 10-year-old, right?
Right.
And so, yeah, I mean, sure, if you're interested in having a fucking old key that just sits there, or 7 of them, I guess, they're not going to open anything. Even if they did open whatever, the Cinder Gate, where the fuck is that? What, are you going to go on an adventure to find it? Which, by the way, if I Google Cinder Gate, it's not. There's nothing. Nothing pops up.
There's
The
nothing.
first thing
No,
that
Cinder
comes
Gate
up here,
seems to be
just
purely fictional to these keys.
so. The first few things is Ezekiel Cindergate, character in the storybook World Anvil. Okay.
Oh, World Anvil. Yeah, that's a site I use.
Yeah. And the next one's from Minehut. It says Cindergate, Minecraft server on Minehut. There's the one from CharGen, which I think is an AI generating site. It says Cindergate, fantasy settlement generated by CharGen. Kindergarten worksheets. It says kindergarten worksheets. It doesn't actually have anything to do with Cindergate. From evolutiondrafting.com, Cindergate, my farmer site. And then from KS Learning, another kindergarten thing. There's a few YouTube options. It just seems like a cool name for a fantasy.
Yeah.
Anything fantasy
Cindergate
related, right?
sounds like it's fun to say.
Cindergate.
Welcome to Cindergate. Yeah.
Hey, so I was in Cindergate last weekend. Things got pretty crazy.
Yeah, so me and the boys got some cold brews down at Cindergate last night, and I gotta say, there was a big old fight in the parking lot. We didn't want to get involved, but, Jeremy's dad used to be a cop. He figured he had what it takes to really, put his foot between two cats, if you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, you know what they say. What happens in Cindergate stays in Cindergate, so we'll leave it at
Cindergate,
that.
That's right.
We did hook up with a few prostitutes, but that's a story for another time.
What did we just say? Yeah.
Hey.
Another thing about this post, and we can back off of the post
Sure.
very soon, but it says one of these unwise sorcerers unlocked 6 of the 7 doors, believing himself immune to the cost. His name was scratched from the memories of men. None recall what he saw behind the 6th door, only that he vanished before opening the 7th. Who got the keys?
Yeah, who told the story? Who put the keys
Someone
in
had
whatever
to have followed
box?
him through, at minimum, 5 of the rooms.
Yeah, where did the story
5 of
come
the
from?
Cinder Gates? I don't know.
I see. I was in my head. I was imagining just 7 doors next to each other, and it's like, oh wow, it opened the first door. Second one opened too. The third one's opening. I wasn't picturing them going through several gates.
Oh well, okay.
To a
So
specific location.
yours is funnier because that insists that people grabbed the keys and chose not to just use the 7th key.
Well, it's kind of like in the 3rd Indiana Jones movie, where it's like, pick the right chalice and you'll go free, or whatever the fuck, I don't actually remember.
Oh, sure.
But it's like, one of these doors will kill you. And if it's the last one, it's still going to kill you, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
So this cellar also just has a bunch of weird little dolls like the last one that we did. Except they're not anywhere near as creepy, and they're definitely not anywhere near as provocative. So
Oh my God.
kind of boring. Ooh, although the reviews that she has, they actually show pictures of what she sold. I'm imagining it's a she because the name is Christine on it. But they have 4.9 stars, 58 reviews. The average review. Well, okay, let's see. A lot of little wood carvings of gnomes and sad-looking
All
old
of
men.
these items begin with beware and take heed and warning.
Yeah, the little
and
German-looking
be
guy's
utterly
head.
warned.
Be utterly warned from a ring. Haunted wedding ring. The buyer says, this is a special shop with excellent customer service. The owner is helpful, and I highly recommend her. Okay, well, what compelled you to buy a haunted wedding ring? Just
They wanted to get
sold.
married to a ghost.
Okay, oh, I can actually look. Oh my God, they spent $859 on this.
Oh boy.
It's an okay looking ring. What's the material? It says vintage from the 1900s. Materials: gold, diamonds, ruby, and diamond. Okay.
There are no diamonds on this.
Yeah, I don't see any
I'm gonna let you
diamonds
know.
on it. All the pictures. Oh no, actually, okay. There's diamonds on either side of the ruby. All right.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Oh my God, the description's even longer on this. Fucking hell. During the age of Vikings. No, this is not that old.
There's no way.
It also says 1900s on it. The only liquid safe to drink was Jor, made from barley. It was consumed in a... Oh my God, okay. I really hope the people buying this stuff aren't reading the descriptions. They're just like, oh, that looks cool.
Oh, I like that ring. I'll buy it. You know what bothers me? This reminds me of a lot of... Something to know about me, listeners, is that I'm not a cook. I don't know how to cook. But there was a moment where I really wanted to learn. So I would go online and I would say, easy recipes for beginner cooks. And every fucking site you go to is like,
there's a story beforehand.
Back in 1903, my grandmother came to America, and when she arrived, she had nothing but shoestrings and olives. And out of those ingredients, and it's like, just tell me how to make the food. I'm trying to make a hamburger. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was scrolling. Maybe it was TikTok. I don't know. I haven't been using TikTok ever since it transferred over to American ownership. Sure. Less and less. People still send me TikTok, so I'll go on there occasionally. But I was scrolling and I came across this one that was like, I'm going to teach you how to make laundry detergent, like your own laundry detergent. It doesn't have doesn't have artificial scents or anything like that. It's 3 ingredients, but they literally go on. They're like, I'm going to show you how to make this, right? It costs this much. Giving me all the details. I was like, this is exactly what this video is going to get into. But first, you need to know why laundry detergent exists the way that it does. And then they go into the history of it. And I'm like,
I don't need that.
Oh my God. Yeah. So, and what's worse about like those short form videos is you don't know where to scroll to, right? At least on YouTube, they're like, hey, if you don't want all this boring shit,
yeah.
just go to
They're
this
like
point
chapters.
Here. Yeah. So yeah. But anyways, I think you
think that's gonna do it?
Yeah, we got an hour out of that. So
easy
we made it
peasy.
work.
Folks, podcasting's easy. I don't know who said otherwise. I've never heard otherwise. I'm having an asthma attack. Anyway, that's gonna have to do it for this. What are we gonna call this? Seance?
Yeah, seance themed.
This seance themed episode. I'd like to say thank you to Dale Spalding and Ender Music for our intro, as well as Sean from that's Sean.com for our podcast art. Also, thank you for listening. We don't have to perform a seance for you to listen to our podcast, and you don't have to do one back. You're real, you're physical, you're tangible. We love you. And if you have any suggestions for spooky subreddits, websites, or even just a story you'd like for us to read from, go ahead and drop those suggestions in the comments, or you can send them directly to us for this show at PONDPOD on Reddit.
And if you're enjoying the show, you can do a couple of things for us, such as leave a 5-star rating and review or comment on whatever platform you listen on. You can also check out some of the other shows we do, such as Sequel Factory, where we watch a movie and pitch an idea for a sequel that nobody asked for. You can also catch Mr. R and Mr. E on the Dirty 22 for some D&D fun. And we've been a Paranormal Dudes, ever in need of stories to intrigue, perplex, maybe even frighten. So remember, if you can't explain it, it's a demon. And until next time, stay tuned and remember to say goodbye.
Oh, yeah. We don't even have to. You can cut all my stuff. That was great.
We typically, at least the last few episodes, we've said goodbye. So
I mean,
so that means
honestly,
the listeners can stop following us.
remember to say goodbye could end every episode moving forward. That's just good advice.
Yeah.
You're like walking away from a homeless guy. You're like, oh, okay, bye. And he's trying to talk to you about how his sister like burnt down an orphanage. And you're like, oh, well, hey man, bye. I have to go.
Goodbye.
I absolutely have to go.
Okay, bye everybody.
Bye.